All right, good Tuesday morning. Thanks for catching our First Alert weather live stream. This push alert that you may have responded to has been sent to our First Alert weather app, and thanks for using that. We're going to be talking about our next weather maker. We've got a First Alert weather day in effect for today. A burst of some moderate to perhaps even intense snow will make its way across northeast Wisconsin. Gusty winds plus that snow will sharply reduce visibility across the area. And so travel is good right now, but we're expecting poor travel conditions to develop as we go into this afternoon. This is First Alert Chief Meteorologist Steve Balon in the First Alert Weather Center. Thanks for watching. The National Weather Service has issued a winter weather advisory for the blue shaded counties in the north. Forest, Florence, Northern Marinette County, Door County, and Menominee County, Michigan. There's a variety of start times and expiration times for the counties. But for all intents and purposes, this pretty much covers the afternoon and early evening. That's where a lot of folks are going to pick up 1 to 3 inches of snow later today, while areas farther south, not in the advised areas, will see an inch or less. There's the snow that we're tracking on First Alert Viper Max, chugging along to the south and east and intensifying as it's making its way across Minnesota, the west end of Lake Superior, and far northwestern Wisconsin. And this is up through 8:40 this morning, so it still has a few more hours to go before it arrives in our neck of the woods as we go into the midday and the afternoon. So right now, it is quiet. There might even be a little sliver of sun through the clouds. Right now, partly sunny, mostly cloudy in Green Bay. Our temperature is 21, feels like 7 with a breezy south wind at 16 miles an hour. So there's the forecast. Thickening clouds, snow and wind arrives in the afternoon. Poor visibility and perhaps even some blowing and drifting, especially across northern Wisconsin. That wind should help push our high temperature up to near the freezing mark this afternoon, 32 degrees. So if you're traveling this morning, I'm not too worried about it. If you're traveling this afternoon, road conditions may change suddenly as the snow comes down and the wind helps to cause additional issues. And unfortunately, this is probably going to coincide with a lot of parents picking up kids from school this afternoon. So if you are in that group, make sure you're paying very close attention to this forecast as we go into this afternoon. So here's First Alert Pinpoint Predictor, and I'm going to show you our snow chance in the Green Bay area and the Fox cities. This is hour by hour, and you can see that chance goes from 20% at noon to an 80% chance 2 o'clock this afternoon. So that chance of snow suddenly rises during that time period, and it's in that time period our snow intensity graph spikes in the moderate category. So, I think it's one of those situations where you'll look outside and not see anything, and then you'll go back into like your house and kind of do something, and then look out the window and be like, whoa, what just happened? And all of a sudden just started coming down like gangbusters. So here's Pinpoint Predictor tracking this snow hour by hour. So here we are at 1 o'clock. The snow is basically north and west of a Marinette to Wautoma line, coming down hard in Wausau over towards Niagara. Now let's advance this. Here's 2 o'clock, just arriving into Green Bay, the Fox cities, but coming down at a good clip from Wautoma northeast up towards Crivets. And then 3 o'clock, it's right over top of the Fox cities, Calumet County, Brown County, Door and Kewaunee counties, just arriving into Manitowoc. 4 p.m., the snow is kind of hugging the I-43 corridor, Lake Michigan shoreline. And then once we get to beyond, say, the evening drive time home, it's pretty much done at that point. So this snow doesn't last very long. It lasts like 2 or 3 hours, but it's in that window. It's going to come down fast and furious, and you may pick up an inch of snow quickly in Green Bay. Less than that in the Fox cities, probably more of a wet packing snow in around Lake Winnebago with temperatures topping off near the freezing mark. In the North Woods, where it's going to be a little colder today, I think the snow will be a little bit more fluffy, and that's where you're going to see 2 or 3 inch snowfall totals and a higher probability of blowing and drifting just because of the lighter, drier nature of the snow compared to areas farther south. So the wind is going to be a player here because as the snow falls and southwest winds are gusting up around 30 miles an hour, that's going to reduce visibility and create some blowing and drifting. That wind is going to stay brisk through the overnight hours. High temperatures today in the upper half of the 20s north with low and mid 30s farther south. The high of 34 today in Wautoma, Wapaka, and in Appleton, while both Marinette and Sturgeon Bay get 29 degrees apiece. And with that wind, it's going to feel colder, even though it's trying to pump in some milder air. Our wind chills will be in the teens for the midday and the afternoon. Could make the low 20s for a short while. So there's your First Alert Super 7-day forecast. Again, today is a First Alert weather day. A burst of snow this afternoon. Reduced visibility, blowing and drifting because of the wind, a high of 32 degrees. Then it turns colder as this Alberta clipper comes on through and it drags a cold front across the region. Behind it, tomorrow morning when you get out of bed, wind chills will be at and below zero. You can see a bunch of minus signs for feel-like temperatures Wednesday morning on First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. And I imagine those wind chills will be staying mainly in the single digits tomorrow with that blustery wind. Tomorrow, colder, 21 despite mostly sunny skies. 29 on Thursday with thickening clouds and some passing snow showers. Friday is just going to be, a day not like the others. It's going to be warmer and windy with those southwest winds gusting again. Our high temperatures will be soaring into the 40s and might even reach 50 degrees out towards Wapaka and Wautoma. So temperatures jump up nearly 20 degrees from Thursday and into Friday. But that mild spell there is going to be short-lived. The weekend goes back to cold weather again, highs in the 20s. We'll have a chance of some light snow, especially south of Green Bay, Saturday afternoon especially, but Sunday is probably going to be dry, mostly sunny with highs in the low 20s. So hopefully you are using our WBAY First Alert Weather app. If you tapped on the push alert, then I think there's a pretty good chance you're using our app. But if you're watching this through another method, you can scan that QR code there and get our app for free. It definitely helps out a lot of people in Northeast Wisconsin, and definitely will come in handy as you're tracking the snow with us this afternoon. Coming up on Action 2 News at noon and at 4, meteorologist Nolan Kane will have a forecast update, and he is definitely keeping an eye on what's going on with that snow as it approaches from the northwest. And coming up in about 15 minutes from now, or even less than that, 10 to 15 minutes from now, on the TV side, Action 2 News mid-morning starting at 9 o'clock. I'll have another weather update, and Aisha Morales will be in, and she'll be tracking our top news stories. All right, thanks for watching our First Alert Weather live stream. We tend to do this every day around 8:35, 8:40, at least Monday through Friday. So if you're not in the habit of checking out that live stream weather, go ahead and tap our app and get used to getting those updates around this time, and we'll keep you and your family informed no matter where you're at. Let's end things here with a live look from one of our sky cams. We'll take you out to, what do you say we take you out to Oshkosh? There's just a little bit of some dim sunshine out there, but it's going to fade away behind those clouds. And again, look for that snow to kind of cut across the Fox Valley during the middle of the afternoon. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, drive carefully out there, and have a great Tuesday.